Hello students, welcome back to my channel. Merry Christmas to all of you. So today I'm going to give you 8 latest defense updates. Number 1, Indo-Russian BrahMos NG for Gripen E fleet. Brazil is showing significant interest in the BrahMos NG supersonic cruise missile and advanced weapon system jointly developed by India and Russia. Designed to deliver Mach 3 speeds while maintaining a compact size, the BrahMos NG is being viewed as a potential armament for Brazil's Gripen E fighter fleet. This missile, still under development by BrahMos Aerospace, is attracting international attention due to its unique combination of speed, size, and versatility. The BrahMos NG is a miniaturized version of the highly successful BrahMos supersonic cruise missile. Weighing just 1.3 tons, it is comparable in size to many subsonic cruise missiles, yet capable of traveling at 3 times the speed of sound. This combination offers a significant operational advantage. Next, Russia not keen to raise Indian content in AL-31FP aero engines. India's plans to increase the indigenous content in the AL-31FP aero engines, which power the Su-30 Mki fighter jets, have hit a roadblock as Russia has expressed reluctance to approve further localization efforts. These engines are produced under license by HAL at its Koraput division, with the current indigenous content standing at less than 54%. HAL aims to increase this to 63% in the coming years, but challenges surrounding intellectual property and raw material sourcing have complicated the process. Under the original transfer of technology agreement, HAL is required to source raw materials for the production of AL-31FP engines exclusively from Russia. Next, phasing out S-125 Pechora SAM system by 2030. The Indian Air Force has announced plans to retire its fleet of S-124 Pechora NATO reporting name SA-3 Goa surface-to-air missile system by 2030. The Pechora, which has served as a critical component of India's air defense since the 1970s, will be replaced by the Akash NG and MRSAM systems as part of the IAF's modernization efforts. The S-125 was inducted into the IAF to safeguard airfields and critical infrastructure of the Ministry of Defense. Over time, a total of 30 units were deployed across the country. Next, firing of Astra Mk1 from updated Tejas. In a significant advancement for India's indigenous defense capabilities, state-run aircraft manufacturer HAL is poised to conduct the first live firing test of the Astra Mk1 beyond visual range air-to-air missile next month. This milestone will utilize the advanced ALTA systems, ELM 2052, active electronically scanned array, fire control radar for guidance, marking a step forward from the previous tests which used the older ELM 2032 radar. The Astra Mk1, developed by the DRDO, represents India's efforts to achieve self-reliance in missile technology, particularly for air superiority roles. Next, enhanced range of VLSR SAM. The Parliamentary Standing Committee on Defence has recently clarified a significant discrepancies regarding the range capabilities of the vertical launch short-range surface-to-air missile. Contrary to earlier claims by the DRDO of a range between 30 to 40 kilometers, the committee's report confirms that the missile actual strike range extends up to 80 kilometers. Developed specifically for the Indian Navy, the VLSRSAM is designed to counter various aerial threats such as fighter aircrafts, helicopters, and unmanned aerial vehicles, including challenging low-altitude sea-skimming targets. This missile system leverages vertical launch technology, providing a swift and effective response capability to naval threats. Next, hypersonic workshop after 1,000 tests. The Center for Advanced Systems under the Defense Research and Development Organization recently hosted a significant workshop on hypersonics to celebrate a major achievement: the completion of 1,000 tests in its hypersonic wind tunnel, that is HWT, held on Saturday. The event was not only a testament to India's progress in hypersonic technology, but also a platform for experts to discuss the future of aerospace research. Led by Dr. Siva Subramaniam Nambi Naidu, a distinguished scientist and director of CAS, the workshop gathered scientists, researchers, and innovators to delve into the complexities and advancements of hypersonic testing. Next, making strides in space sustainability with successful zero-gravity test of SID-RP. The Orbit-Aid Aerospace, an innovative Indian space startup focused on satellite refueling, has crossed a significant milestone by successfully testing its patented standard interface for docking and refueling, that is SID-RP, during a zero-gravity flight in Florida. This test is a pivotal moment in the journey towards an orbit satellite servicing, showcasing the technology's readiness for actual space operations. The test was conducted within the unique conditions of a zero-G flight, where the aircraft follows a parabolic flight path to simulate microgravity. This allowed Orbit-Aid to access SID-RP's functionality in conditions that closely mimic those found in space. Next, Indian space industry growth in 2024. Reforms made by the government coupled with private partnership played a crucial role in the growth of India's space industry in 2024, said the Indian Space Association, noting that 2025 is poised to be a year of transformative developments. Next,